Welcome back to Kingdom Wealth Creators. Again, we're going to talk a bit about the market and I'm accumulating and why I do that. Basically, it's all based on technical chart analysis. And I hope this is helpful to you because this will show you how we can make prudent, good value investments and how we can benefit from that simply by using technical charts. Quick look at the market right now. You can see here that the Nifty had gone down to take support at 21,500 or so, 1, 2, 3 times. And on Friday, it broke out about 21,890. Previous high was 21,834 and it closed at 21,894 at 60 points above the previous high. So again, the Nifty has taken out an all-time high. And so it's good going for the market so far. And like I've been telling you, so we've seen that 21,500 now is a strong support. It's 3 times. The Friday rally was simply because we had good results from IT side, from Infosys and from TCS. Infosys was up 8% almost, TCS 4% up. So that is going to be reflected in the market and continuing on in other IT companies as well. I think Wipro also has great numbers on Friday, or decent numbers. So as HCL Tech, it has performed. So I think going forward, we're looking at IT going to perform well. And so probably the Bank Nifty, the banks might take a little, will take a breather, might slow down, and the momentum is going to shift towards IT. And then we have results. This is a results month, so we have Reliance coming out this week. We have HDFC Bank coming out this week. We have Hindustan Unilever coming out this week. So all in all, the market will be driven a lot by the results that are going to come, right? And so I haven't been taking a lot of heavy positions. I've been looking at accumulating some stocks, but most of the focus is to book some profit if I see a bit of downside in some of the stocks that I'm holding. I will only go really drastically booking profits if the Nifty breaks 21,500 now, because that's the support. And I think it's important as long as the market stays above 21,500, we can just gradually churn the portfolio without doing any drastic changes. Okay. So that's the basic thought as of now. And a quick look at some of the stocks that I have accumulated over the past week and what. The first stock I want to talk about is this restaurant brand Asia. And you can see here that it's been forming a trend line. The trend line goes all the way back to December 2020. Again, try to take out that trend line in August 2021, and then in September 2023. And now in January 2024, it's trying to, once again, you can see here that the volumes are peaking and it's formed a very strong green candle on Friday. I entered at about 119 and it's now at about 5. But looking good, I think there is a bit of upside, at least another 10-20% upside from here. But I'll continue to hold. I've accumulated at a very low point. You can see that even if I were to take a micro pattern formation here, the support is clearly at about 106 or so. So as long as the stock stays above 105, I'm comfortable accumulating a bit more of it, and it's doing well, right? So restaurant brand Asia is something that I've started to accumulate. The next stock I want to talk about is Escorts. Now, all these auto stocks are going up right now. We have Euro on a 55. We have quite a few of them moving up already. And so this is another play. I've already entered Escorts before, book profit, exited out. And I think now it's come to a level where I'm comfortable re-entering. And the reason why I'm re-entering is that it's formed a bit of a support at 2,800. And that, as long as that support holds, it's good to start entering. It's a F&O stock, so the movement is on the downside would be limited if this support holds, and the upside would be again another 10-15% that I'm looking at. So what I've done is I've started accumulating at 28, 50, 60 levels, and should be holding okay. And you can see that if I were to draw a trend line here, you can see here that if I were to draw a trend line here and then one here, this test them. What this tells me is that it's on the verge of breaking out from this minor trend line. And this trend line is just from December 8th. So it's not a huge trend line. This is where I book profit out, but I think I can start making entries again here. So I've started accumulating escorts as well because about to break trend line. And it's, but the basic reason is it's taken support at 2,800, which I think is important on level. As long as it doesn't break down below that, it's good to. Now, the last talk I want to talk about is Radio City. Now, some of you who've been watching how I accumulate stocks would understand that hey, there's a methodology to this how he does it, and it's basically to look at good investments when it's at a good value. Now, Radio City is not a Nifty 500 stock, but what I've seen is this stock been gradually forming a trend line, and that looks like it's going to be broken. So way back in December 2018, there was a high. From there, it kept falling. It tried to started forming a trend line by joining here. You can see here that it started forming a trend line, and this was back in Jan 2023. 2018 Jan, 2023 Jan, and now we're back to Jan 2024. And you can see here it's actually broken out from that trend line at about 19 rupees worth of value. And so I've started accumulating the stock. Not a huge amount. It's basically a very small cap, but you can see the huge spike in volumes as well. And that's one of the reasons why I have decided to accumulate the stock. And I think you can see here's the huge volume thing. So it gives me good reason and confidence to enter this stock and accumulate it a bit. Uh, on the if you look at its performance financially, in fact, it was in a bit of a downtrend for a while. It's starting to reverse the course, and so I think there is a possibility of a movement upwards, especially because of the volumes and the trend line break. So this is another stock that I'm looking at, probably looking at entering. And reason again is technical chart analysis. I think it's slowly enter the stock. I've had a few examples like this of entering these small caps when they start. Another reason why I think this is a good option. If you look here, you can see the way back in Jan 2023, after that formation of the top, there was a huge breakdown here. And since then, it's actually broken above that 1830 mark. And so and it's trying to break above this red candle, the close of this red candle. So if it starts breaking above this close, then it's a good time to accumulate definitely. But what I've seen is it's broken above this closing, which is 1830 or so, and that means that that's how I accumulated this stock. If you are new to this channel, you haven't subscribed before, please do subscribe. Please do click that bell button as well for notifications. I truly do value investments using technical chart analysis, and it works for me. And I hope that if you are interested, you can contact me. I can definitely as well. All right. Thank you so much.